Hey, we're talking to Tyson Durfey. He's a tie-down roper who's going to be competing this weekend at the American over in Dallas, where they have a $2 million in prizes up for grabs. It's the biggest weekend in Western sports history at AT&T Stadium. How's it going, Tyson?
I'm fabulous. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it's about 75 degrees and sunny at the moment.
Well, are you ready to get in here? And this is gonna be really big. And you've done a lot of tie down roping, but this is one of the biggest events outside of the national finals, wouldn't you say?
This event is very unique. I mean, for anybody who likes Western lifestyle, loves rodeo, or if you're just a fan and maybe just aren't really familiar with it, you're going to see $2 million get paid out in one day. Now, most typical rodeos last from 1 to, let's say, 10 days, and the prize money is paid out over a duration. This, and as far as I'm concerned, is going to be probably the best rodeo on the face of the earth.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Well, you've been doing the tie-down roping thing for a while here. What would you say so far has been like your biggest accomplishments?
Probably starting off, one of the first things I did, what kind of put my name on the map, was I was the first American in history to win a national championship up in Canada. Pre-2006, nobody had ever done that, and I was the first American to ever do that. Other than that, going to the National Finals Rodeo, I made it several times, nearly every single year I rodeoed and winning go-rounds out there.
Well, for people who, may not know exactly how tie-down roping works, or they've been to a rodeo and, they've watched it, they've seen, what you do, but they don't really understand the process. In layman's terms, what do you do? Explain it to us.
So imagine you're on your horse, and it's very similar to like a horse starting out of a chute in a race. You back your horse into the box. Basically, from that point, the horse races off the back of that box. When you nod your head, you drop your hand, you run out there, you rope the calf, you spin him around, and you jump off your horse. Usually at that point, the horse is running about 35 miles an hour. So you jump off an animal running 35 miles an hour, and you run down there, you flip the calf and tie him up. And basically how my sport originated was, 100 years ago out on the ranches, the cowboys thought, well, we do this every day to doctor the cattle and to make sure they don't get sick. And a few cowboys got together and said, well, hey, let's throw a stopwatch in here and see how quick we can do it. That's pretty much how my sport originated.
Very cool. And you've been doing it for a while. I read an article saying you started practicing this when you were about 4 years old.
Yeah, actually, I don't really remember. I started rodeoing at 4 years old. I mean, my grandfather rodeoed, my dad rodeos, my brothers rodeoed. So for me, it was more like a way of life. I grew up a horseback. I don't ever remember starting to rope because from the time I can remember, I had a rope in my hand. Pretty much a family thing for me.
Well, you're expecting to do well this weekend then, right?
Yeah, everybody's going to be shooting for first place. Those of you who don't understand how the format works here, somebody has a chance at winning $1 million outright. And those guys that can win that are technically classified as the underdogs. So I was in the top 10 in the world standings from last year, so therefore I'm not technically classified as an underdog in the American. Now, I can potentially win $250,000 and hopefully about 14 seconds worth of the work, which would be nice. But for those guys that made it through the qualifiers, they got a chance to win $1 million. It's going to be awesome. Well,
Tyson, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. The American going on this weekend at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, the biggest weekend in Western sports history. Thanks again, Tyson Durfey, for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.